I go to church, you go to church, church to church to church.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of BlaspheMass Debate. It's your host, your favorite deacon of the weekend, Cody G here, and today we're going to objectively resolve God's plan, more life, and laugh now, cry
I'm
later.
not crying. You're
But first off, let's meet our panelists. What's good, Trav?
What up, though?
That man a baller. Then over here we got John Juan.
What's going on, baby?
Lex on him. And lastly, our special guest is stand-up comedian and paid regular on the Zoom comedy showcase Quarantune's Domedy, Jack Reeves.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, so it's standard to have safety precautions, whether you're at a school, the workplace, or your girl's mom's house. But my question is, do safety drills cause more harm than good? What's your take on this, Trav?
I would say that definitely safety does not do more harm than good. I know there's a lot of times where you do a hurricane drill and there's no hurricane and stuff like that. But I think it's better to be safe than sorry. And yeah, shit can blow up. You know, shit blew up in the past. Tornadoes happened in the past. And yeah, it's safe than sorry.
Yeah, but what about when it comes to things like school shootings, man? Like, you're just basically, essentially, you're doing this school safety shooting drill, but you're giving the shooter the plans that's going to happen. He's like, oh, okay, when I'm ready, all the kids going to be over here. Bet I know what to do. I know the teacher ain't got no gun, etc. So it doesn't really always help you. Lots of times, it's a waste of time. Like, it's freaking the students out, man. Like, when you were a kid and you have to go, the teacher was like, all right, everybody get under the desk and put your math textbook over your head, and you'll be safe from a burning and collapsing building. Like, no, you won't. You're giving these kids false hope, and you're scaring them. Now every time they get scared or hear a drill, they're just gonna hide under their dining room table with a book over their head, looking fucking stupid as their house collapses on them. It really
and
makes no sense.
If there's a fire or a tornado or something, and you're sitting under your desk, and you got a book over your head or whatever, like, I want to die with dignity if that's the case. Like, I don't want my last moments to just be like sitting there like with my fucking math textbook over my head. Like,
There's some good books out there. You could have been a non-holy person and you pulled the Bible. You could be a hotel room, you pull the Bible, and then now maybe you get in. Maybe that's your way in. So like, you would have never learned that had you not got the safety precautions. And you went school shooter route. Okay, that one, there's a flaw in that plan. But if we talking about safety precautions in general, like, I think that.
When's the last time you had a fire drill and you were like, oh man, thank God for this fire drill. I know what to do now that you didn't know when you took the same fucking fire drill in first grade. Like, Nick, get out the fucking building, live, survive. Like, it's
if that's the case, then there should be no firefighters. Then, but why are there firefighters that are fighting fires
for the
every day?
stupid people who
shit.
didn't pay attention in first grade? For the stupid people who didn't pay attention in first grade.
So it's meaningful.
Yeah, and like,
really.
you know that the drills, like, that, they're so structured and they're very like concrete, but in like a real life situation, like, that shit's not gonna be like that. Like, my teachers would always be like we'd do tornado drills and they would be like, you guys gotta stay quiet, and it's like, what, is the fucking tornado gonna hear us? Like, that's not how
exactly.
that.
It is though. It is. It's like this. Right. You call it drills. You want to drill it into their head. It's the same thing with DARE. Like, they're like, don't do drugs. And look at us. We've made our way. Have not touched a drug. Not killed a person.
Man,
it's like,
how many times in a movie have you
Drug
seen someone on fire? How many times in the movies have you seen someone actually on fire and then stop, drop, and roll? And then stop, drop, and roll? Never. They're always just like running around, like trying to look for the nearest pool or aquatic center.
Without safety precautions, there's no DMX. Like, DMX remixed a safety precaution and became a legend. Stop, drop, shut him down, open up shop, roll. Yo, that's how you avoid a fire when the fire starts.
Who doesn't know how to exit a building? Who doesn't know how to exit a building?
Exactly.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I can't argue that DMX is fire, but your first thing you pointed to was like a hurricane drill, and we're like in Michigan, man. Like, when are you gonna be in a hurricane drill here?
I mean, you got tornadoes. I mean, Hurricane Chris, he toured. I'm pretty sure he toured through here. So I just think
R.I.P. to him. I think
there are hurricanes, and he's in jail now. He's in jail now. Because he didn't do all the precautions. So like, there's hurricanes and there's side effects.
Stupid ass safety drills don't matter. Like, when they say when you see a bear, make yourself bigger. You're never gonna be bigger than the bear. You're never gonna have the ability to scare. There's all these drills.
You can up the llama on the bear.
Step 1,
easily.
Step 2, Step 3, step 4, like, and none of them are gonna help you survive this bear encounter unless you're fucking Leonardo DiCaprio in a movie.
Or mystical, because like mystical fights bears on the regular, and or Ti. If Ti would have the llama, if you're a real nigga, homie, you'll up that llama, and you know what it is. Humans murder motherfuckers, so I don't know what that has to do with safety. There's no bear safety training, but for the regular ones, for the lab safety training,
debatable.
You think this nigga would know how to not mix the sulfur with the dioxide, peroxide, and not blow up a building without the training? Like, no, lab safety. Be cool about fire safety, all that shit.
Yeah, but half that lab safety shit is literally like, hey, if someone's on fire, pull that one lever in the back of the class and lever in the back of the class, and get them all soaked with that rusty ass water that's been in there for fucking 10 years.
Or she has anthrax on her, then you leave her. You
True.
leave her. You don't touch her. You want to leave her there, but like I feel like you gotta know which lever to use. You wanna pull the lever, or you wanna leave her there because you don't want to get infected. So, but that's all in safety training. You got COVID safety training.
Right. What if the
mask,
shooter's a teacher though?
You got to go to a different school. I don't know.
Then
what?
then you're dead.
Yo, switcheroo. Yo, switcheroo.
He got all
You
the
never
plans
expect that.
right there in his desk. So it's time for the final word, y'all. All right, we're gonna pop this off here and make this swift. So Trav, man, what's your final word? Bring it in.
Yeah, I think speaking of Swift, Taylor Swift was being pretty safe, and then when Kanye went up there and just disrespected her mean style, and I think safety always wins the battle, and social media took that and ran with it. But I just think lab safety, along with fire safety, is the way to go. This old middle-aged white man, he would not be on a mug had he not have been safe. So I feel like if you want to make it, if you want to be on a mug, you gotta go through your safety training. And that's
Fucking nerd. Fucking nerd.
Be cool about fire safety.
That was a great final word. All right, and John, man, what's your final word? You might win this, man. Impress me.
So for those of us who have worked in the corporate environment in these huge buildings, when they make you do a fire drill, you have to walk down all these stairs, and everyone's in the same stairs. So again, all it does is show people that these are very inefficient ways of survival. If 150 floors got to all run down the same flight of stairs, it's going to be a fight for survival. Like, it's going to be pure chaos. You can try and organize it if you want to, but in that moment, there's no fucking rules. Like, you mean to tell me if we 1,000,000 feet up and it's do or die, somebody gonna come off that chute. Like, I need to shoot or die. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna need that. Fuck all the rules and procedures. They tell you are you willing and able to assist somebody opening the door. Like, I'm gonna be the first motherfucker out of here with a shoot. That's all I know. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who got something to say about it can see me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get a shoot.
I know
Shoot
the
or die.
pilot's
You
got
feel
at
me?
least 2 up there.
Somebody starts
Exactly.
to shoot.
Right. Shoot or
When they
die.
start to
Shoot or
shoot,
die. I need
I'ma
to shoot. Need my shoot.
That was a strong final word by John. And Jack, man, what's your final word? Mop it up.
Well, I think, obviously a lot of these safety precautions, they, the drills and things, they rely on like a very controlled environment. And when this stuff really happens, it's uncontrollable. Things are going crazy. So at the end of the day, I feel like, you're not really teaching people when you're giving them the easy scenario, because, life's messy. Just ask Travis.
Scenario.
Dirt ass.
That's racist.
All right, so it seems for this round, safety drills do cause more harm than good, and the round goes to Jack Reeves.
Oh, come on, Cody.
Pure racist.
Stunner.
Pure racist.
Come on,
So with all the
Cody.
crazy shit going on out here, praying is at an all-time high. You have people praying for good health, fortunes, maybe that new pair of Jordan sneakers they don't want to wait in line for. So my question is, if you pray to God, does that mean you don't trust God's plan? John, what's your take on this, bro?
If you pray, you do not trust God's plan. Like, what are you even praying for? Apparently, God has all this stuff predestined for you. That's just like, if I know I got to go to work tomorrow, why would I pray to go to work tomorrow? Like, I'm on the schedule. I already know that I'm going. Like, God, it's already, you're supposed to trust, like, God's working through you. All these little things, like, you know what I'm saying? Then what are you praying for? You're just being impatient and selfish. Like, oh, God, please help me pass my exam tomorrow. Like, if God wants you to pass it, you're going to pass it. If he don't want you to pass it, like, apparently, then you're not going to pass it. No matter how much praying you do. It's like when you're at the store and you're begging your mom to buy you that toy, and she's like, I'm not buying you that fucking toy. Like, it's already predetermined. Like, don't ask me for shit in the store. You already know what the destiny and your fate is. So why are you questioning it and begging for something that's supposedly already like there and laid out, like predetermined in fate? You can't fuck with fate. Everybody knows your destiny. Who's the chosen one, who's not. That shit's like established from birth.
Exactly. I feel like most people that pray are just doing it for clout. Like you're doing it like you're laying in bed and then you see like your significant other on the side of the bed like that, like all like just to show like you're like you care about people and stuff. But I feel like it's mostly for clout. Like, and if you do it like that, you're basically saying like he doesn't work in mysterious ways. He doesn't already got the shit drawn out, and also you're dissing Drizzy at the same time because he made a whole thing about God's plan. And you're basically saying that's null and void. That doesn't even matter. So like. More so than dissing God, I think dissing Drizzy is like even more disrespectful. So
Yeah, but I don't know if it's
God.
like a diss on Drake because it's like, you know, like the song is about like God's plan's good, like, you know, you gotta trust God's plan, and like, you know, praying, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I pray just for fun, you know, like it's just something to do, get out of the house, maybe meet with friends and just, you know, have a good time, you know, a good prayer circle.
But
It's
isn't
like-
it
no,
basically
bro,
saying
it's
like God, hurry up? I know you already, if you had your plan, your Drizzy Drake plan, but hurry
it's
up.
just like it's just
I
like
think
if
it's
you
more
watch-
of a reminder. It's like, you know, you think like 2 Chainz is always praying for stuff, and like you don't think he already knows he's gonna
So
get
you're
that
sending
Bentley
God
truck.
notifications. You're sending him a notification.
He's already gonna get that Bentley truck. Look, man.
You thought
all
it
I know
was
is that
money?
like if you were
You
to
thought
watch,
it was money? How you got that stuff?
it's like if you watch the movie Rocky,
Power of prayer.
and you've seen it a million times, and now you cut on Rocky for the 1,000,001th time, and you're like, oh man, I really hope Rocky wins this time. I really hope he wins. It's like, no, the motherfucker loses every time. It's already predetermined. Like, what are you praying for? It's stupid. Like, you have nothing to do with it. What's gonna happen is gonna happen, and like God ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, if you trusted His plan so much, then you wouldn't be praying.
You're basically saying he's not all powerful. You're basically saying he needs your help.
Yeah.
Like he's reading your
Exactly.
voicemail and then he forgot
Right.
about it. It's kind of like a job interview follow up. Like, hey, God, did you get my? I want to follow up and check in on the interview. What do you think about that? And I just think, I mean, if you think he's all knowing, then he remembers that. But to tell him, hey, and don't forget about Sharon and Karen and Baron and Jaren.
Like how much do you think
think-
this guy? How much time do you think this guy has? Like he has to hear all your shit on Sunday, and everyone else in your church's shit on Sunday, and then you want to do it Monday and Tuesday and every day, and when you want the new bicycle and when you want the new PS5, like he has to hear about that. No one wants to hear that shit. Like it's already in the cards. If you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. If not,
Do we know how many ears God really has, though?
He got one.
What
Exactly.
if God has
It's
like
right
4
on,
trillion ears?
on his chin. No, but like I be getting frustrated like when it's like one
Right on
of my
his chin.
when it's one of my family members' birthday, and then another family, my mom hit me up like, don't forget to remind your aunt it's her birthday or stuff like that. And I feel like that's basically what it is. Is like, I know, like you know, like when somebody tells you something that you know, and you like they should know that you know. God's like, nigga, I know. Stop. So like the fact that you're reminding him.
Yeah, but is
like
God getting
disrespecting
annoyed?
him.
He's not getting annoyed,
God
dude.
gets
God, you know, he's got the plan. He sticks to it, and you know, he hears your prayers. He says, "Hey, look, man, I'm working on it." You know, God, you know, I get it. He's all powerful, and he works hard, but like,
Right.
you know, sometimes
it's
you
like-
just gotta remind him. Sometimes he needs that follow up email.
If LeBron James blows a play on like playing basketball, he didn't play defense the right way, and then you have this third grader kid being like, LeBron, you got to square up your like. If you telling LeBron, it's like, nigga, shut the fuck up. I got this. Like God, I feel like God's like when he hears our shit, that it's basically like.
I mean, you're praying. It's kind of counterproductive. It's like you're praying to him because he's all powerful, and at the same time questioning like his power and his glory. It really makes no sense. Because
Well, why wouldn't you
really
trust?
Shouldn't have to ask. You really shouldn't
Why
have
wouldn't
to
you
ask for
trust-
something you know is there.
Yeah, but why shouldn't you trust, you know, someone that is all powerful and you know, a prayer? It's not gonna hurt. You know, it's not like God's gonna like smite you
trust
down.
them, which means you don't really have to like remind them and like reiterate over and over every night. Oh Jesus, I hope I get a bigger penis tomorrow. Oh Jesus, I hope I get a bigger penis tomorrow. Like it's not gonna happen.
Are
It's
you
not in
really?
the
Are you
cards.
really praying for that?
It's not in the cards for you. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
think I've never prayed for that.
Every night.
But yeah, I feel like that's the opposite of trust. Because if you're trusting me, you wouldn't be like, you need some help. Like if somebody's working on a car and they're clearly don't know the difference between a 16,
Yeah.
18
You wouldn't check on your
monkey
mechanic,
wrench
would you?
from a
Yeah, but there's
I don't know
also,
the
but
car
there's
shit.
also, you know, there's more prayers than just
Hell
asking for
yeah, I
a bigger
would.
penis. You know, like people
Debatable.
pray for people's health.
But even still, doesn't it's still like you got the whole I know. Like if I'm a mechanic and my kids like, oh, maybe you should maybe it's the carburetor, and I'm like, bitch, it's not the fucking, and it's the Cadillac converter. And like you know what it
The
is.
flux
It's like
capacitor.
somebody tries to help you, but they don't know what they're doing.
Catalytic.
The Cadillac converter. Like,
Yeah, but I think God looks at that and he says, at least they're trying. You know?
Catalytic.
no, I think
Debatable.
I think he's frustrated. I think he's like these
I think he's
motherfuckers-
angry.
Yeah.
And that's why he don't be answering them prayers. He's like, oh, you thought I forgot? All right, I'm gonna show you I forgot.
He be
that.
leaving
That's
he
why
be leaving
motherfuckers-
niggas on
All
red
right,
every
now,
fucking
so
day.
it's time for the
All
final
day-
word.
all
It's
day,
time
every
for
day.
the final word. Hey, and it's catalytic converter. It's not Cadillac. It's catalytic. All right.
Cadillac.
So let's
Cadillac
get
converter.
on this final word. Hey, John, man,
Cackalacken.
what's your final word, bro?
Like I said, man, prayers do not lead to trust. Like again, you're begging for something that essentially you trust this person's gonna do anyways. You know, they say you're gonna be okay if you just let go and let God, but you're just steady nagging God for what reason I don't understand. Like he's not on
Right.
your schedule, you're on his schedule, or at least apparently that's what you believe. So it's all really just
Right.
it's a weird little scheme. It's like I don't understand it. But yeah, go Bears, go Bears.
You got to pray for the Bears,
Okay,
man.
that was random.
They might need some praying for.
Right.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Definitely got to pray for the Bears. Okay, so
Fuck
Jack,
Detroit.
man, what's your final word? Reel it in, man.
Well, I don't know if they're, you know, praying. It's not about trust. It's about, you know, just getting the word to God and believing in something. And I think ultimately, you know, having the sense to pray shows that you know, you have a little bit of trust in what he's doing and that you
Nerd.
believe in what's going
Nerd.
on.
That was
What a
deep.
nerd.
And Travis, man, what's your final word? Mop it up.
Drizzy Drake says it best. Like they wishing on me, and why the fuck won't they stop wishing on me? Like it's like I fucking know. I know Sri Lanka's not doing the best. I know your grandma's gonna die soon. I know. Stop fucking wishing on me. Like it's so much. Like I'm leaving motherfuckers I read. Like you're not even like that good. Like you've been fucking up. Like you got that heroin problem and all that. So like stop. Like I got this. And every time you pray, I'm just like, all right, now I'm not gonna help you because you keep asking me. You know I know how to do it. Like stop fucking you're pissing me off. And you know you know I threw the frogs at niggas before. You gave me some COVID recently, and I'm not. I'm a vengeful motherfucker, and I'll venge fire y'all whole ass niggas.
So it seems if you pray to God, that means you do not trust God's plan. And the round goes to Trav.
They wish and they wish and they
What's that, a
wish.
15 pounder? So there's a lot of hypocrites out there in the world. You go to the courts, dudes geared up from head to toe, can't ball. You go to the gym, all the employees are fat as hell. But my question is it hypocritical if you're pro-life and you eat eggs? Jack, man, what's your take
Well,
on
the
that?
way I see it is just like the argument for pro-life is that you don't want to like deprive someone of the opportunity of life. Yet, you know, you go out to these stores and you buy these things. There's literally grade A eggs. So basically, what you're saying is that you take these things and the thing that you're eating on your plate, you know, you scrambling it up, you frying it up, you're doing whatever. They're grade A. Like these eggs had potential. You know, they could have graduated top of their coop. But, you know, that's just how that stuff goes.
Exactly. Those jumbo eggs could have made it very far in life. Could have went on to win who knows how many cockfights down in Mexico. You don't know what they could have been. But here you are taking them right out the nest, right out the Farmer Joe's barn, and you're just killing them and scrambling them and putting them in your burritos. Who do you think you are? Who the fuck do you think you are? America.
First of all, the fact that they have brown ones is automatically racism, because I mean that's like
what the fuck?
No, I mean just because like she's pro-life, like I feel like the women's body type of stuff. I feel like animals. Everything on this earth is ours. Humans rose to the top, so everything is ours. Like if I see a chicken in my living room, I'm going to shoot it between the eyes. and I'm gonna devour its baby, and I'm gonna make the great scrambled egg. But I feel like those two things are separate.
Bro,
Yeah.
like nah, you a old a motherfucking like McChicken McBiscuit ass nigga. Like you probably eat eggs on your chicken sandwiches like a fucking savage, and here you are talking about some goddamn pro-life. That makes no sense to me. Really, if you're eating any animals, that doesn't make any sense to me because apparently abortion nowadays is considered as baby murdering, which I don't understand. But
If you believe, in pro-life, why not? Why does that not extend beyond humans? Like kind of like
Exactly.
what John is saying is like, you take
Right.
it and you say, these chickens have a right
Animal
to grow
rights.
up. Like at least at least show some patience. Like you don't have to kill them before they're even born. Just wait till they grow up and then eat it as a chicken. Like that's.
I don't
yeah,
think
like you could have been killing the greatest cockadoodle
Give 'em a
doodler of all
chance.
time. Like
I
he
mean,
could have
yeah.
woke. You know how many families it could have woken up in the morning,
Right.
and you just prevented him that opportunity, deprived
Would've
him
woke you
of the
up every
opportunity
morning
that he was
on the
naturally
dot.
born for. Right.
No, I
Easily.
mean, I feel like at the end of the
Easily.
day, chicken is not people. Like you don't have a right. Like chicken.
Right.
That's why
Says
chicken.
who? Says who?
Why? That's why the saying is not why did the chicken not turn right down grass shit. It's why did the chicken cross the road? Because Popeyes was across the street and they was running low. And you getting slaughtered, your baby getting slaughtered, and we eating all that shit. But pro-life, pro-choice, I feel like that's like, the lady, she can make that decision. I might not want to raise the baby if I want to back up and be like, yo, that's you. But that's a whole nother
Right.
thing. But as
So
far
you're
as chicken,
so Travis, you're all for killing the LeBron James of rooster fighting, of cockfights. You're all for it.
Yeah, I think that's actually what I'm hearing right
You know
now.
how much money's in that?
That's
There's a
fucking
lot of
animal
money in
cruelty.
cockfights,
That's
bro.
animal cruelty. That's animal cruelty if I've
how
ever
many
heard of it.
You know how many pesos are in that? No, I mean, yeah, I mean, if it came down to I'm down. I feel like but then you could be nourished. If you could say I ate the LeBron James of like rooster fighting. It's like now how much better are you in basketball? Like I feel like how much does that correlate to your basketball skills?
Right.
Yeah, I think the
Once you get
science
that
is still out for
testosterone,
sure.
Wouldn't that make you like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
But what if what if it was the Obama of chickens, of roosters, and you don't give a fuck about that either? Could have changed the whole rooster world. Could have changed
Yeah.
the whole rooster
What
world.
possible attribute could a chicken
Well,
have to
we'll
be
never know
Obama of
because
chicken?
we're not allowing them. We'll never know because we're not allowing them to evolve to that level because we keep fucking eating them. Trash.
Right, and this perspective
God.
of you saying, what could a chicken do that Obama did? That's just that same reductionist level of thought that's going to prevent you from
Exactly.
extending that pro-life view to other animals, and
It's
it's
fucked
ridiculous.
up.
So you're saying
fucked up.
women should have to murder all their babies? Is what you guys are saying?
That's
No,
not
no,
anything.
God no. Just that we have to eat them. I'm kidding.
all right, now, so we're going to get to the final word here. So, Jack, man, what's your final word? Start this off.
It is super hypocritical to just only apply this to just human beings. I think we have to look a little bit deeper. I get it. We're sort of the dominant species on this planet, but we have a right to take care of the future progress of all animals, including the chicken. So that's why I'm a vegan.
Bars.
Okay. And, John, man, what's your final word on this?
Man, to all of you Karens out there eating your eggs Benedict at your Sunday brunches on the beach in the Hamptons. Fuck you guys and your eggs Benedict. Fuck you and your over easy runny ass eggs with high cholesterol. Like you guys don't even care about the eggs. Like you guys are all sitting here pro life, want to bitch and moan, but yeah, you guys are sitting there. You guys are sitting there robbing the nest, like robbing the chicken straight out the nest like that. The mama chicken's been putting in work raising that, and you don't even care about that. How inhumane, the cruelty, it's inhumane. The animal rights just are not apparent in that situation, and so therefore you guys are hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to all the LeBron James and Obama chickens out there who couldn't be here today. This one goes out to y'all right here. So see y'all.
Okay. And lastly, Trav, man, what's your final word?
I don't think these prego ladies put the hippo and hypocrite when it comes to egg v baby. I think the like there's not one and the same. Like the egg or chicken is bred to be murdered. Like it's like the yeah,
Says
it's
who?
not
Says
a
who?
person. But women, on the other hand, are people, and people are better than not
Debatable,
people. So
debatable.
I think if we want to murder these chickens, if we want to murder their parents, if we want to put them in the same room and do a twofer, I think that's fine. But I don't think they necessarily put the hippo and hypocrites, even though they got a little weight on them. I think yeah, fuck them, fuck animals. Animals ain't shit. Neither is nature. Fuck global warming. I'll fucking right now. I'll warm the whole globe right now with with my own two.
All right, and it seems that it is not hypocritical if you eat eggs and you're pro-life. And the round goes to Trav.
You already know. You already motherfucking
Dude,
know.
where's the fucking producer of this show? Who allowed this? Who allowed
So
this?
Trav, man, you're the winner of this episode of BlaspheMass Debate, man. What do you want to tell people, man? Give your shout out.
Yeah, I've been getting blackballed for like about 7-8 weeks. We got this new host that just joined on board, and he's no better than the last guy. I think. Shout out to my man Frank Rip, wherever you are, bro. Shout out. Yeah, I just think. We need to change. We need to change up the whole system. It ain't fair. It ain't fair to us black brothers from the mile coming up, trying to come up. You know what I'm saying? We from the hood. We just trying to eat. And yeah, I does this. I debate. I does this. You know what I'm saying? I'm better than you.
Can I change my mind?
Yeah. 1.
2. All right, and finally, Jack Reeves, man, thanks for having you on the show, man. You are our special guest. What do you want to tell the viewers, man? Go ahead.
You know, debates, they're just it's such an interesting level of discourse. You know, it's interesting to look at things from different perspectives, and I think that's the valuable lesson of the show. I mean, you know, winning's great and all, but I think at the end of the day, it's about love.
Okay, so what we have learned on this episode of BlaspheMass Debate is, yes, drills cause more harm than good. If you do pray to God, that means that you do not trust his plan. And lastly, it is not hypocritical if you are pro-life and you enjoy eggs for breakfast. And it is I, your favorite deacon of every weekend, always says, Amen. Amen.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching BlaspheMass Debate. We hope you enjoyed the content, but please, now it's time for you guys to get back to us. Please contribute anything you can by paying your tithes, people. Passing the plate around to everybody. Please contribute anything you can. You can tithe today by liking, following, and subscribing to all BMD content on Facebook, Instagram. You can watch us on YouTube. You can listen to us on Spotify and Apple Music today. And remember, folks, drop a comment below if there's anything you can think of that you want us to debate, and we'll consider it for our next episode, all right? Drop a comment below, and we'll try to get into the next episode. You guys stay real out there. Peace.